Welcome to the Country Music Rocks podcast. I'm Danny Dwyer.
And I'm Julia Courier.
Here to talk about some big country concerts this weekend, the PNW.
Yeah, we closed out summer in a big way.
Wow. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I'm still tired.
Yeah, I know. It was a late night, but it was a good night.
It was too long between concerts. I felt like the last big show that we did together was the Oregon Jamboree, which was in August.
That's right, yes.
And then now we really haven't had anything. Going straight to Thomas Rhett and then Megan Moroney. 2 nights out on the town. I forgot what that's like.
Yeah, it's a lot. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
It was a great night. And you're, like you said, perfect way to end summer.
For sure. It was
such an amazing show. Such an amazing show. What was your favorite part? Well, let's start off just in general. All 3 acts, fantastic.
For sure. It was such a good tour. Better in Boots was they all went well together. I mean, as soon as, the one we saw was the Costellos. I don't know if they were on the whole tour. I think Dasha opened up for him earlier in the year.
I think you're right on portions of it, sure.
Yeah, but then, of course, Tucker Wetmore. Yeah. I mean, he just killed it. I mean, the hometown boy.
Man. Yeah, it was crazy. I want to talk about the Costellos for just a couple seconds. Yeah. I had a chance to jump backstage real fast and just shake hands with them and meet them. Very sweet girls. I don't know the story behind them, but I'm going to dig in a little bit more. I think they're all sisters or friends.
They are. They're all sisters. I want to say, and I might be wrong on this, I'm going to be mad at myself if I'm wrong, but I want to say 2 are twins.
I think they were because I did a double take. Yeah. I was like, wait a second. And the funny thing was, one of them was 20, same age as my son Tanner. And I thought to myself, the one time he needs to be backstage with me.
Right, and he's not here. Where's Tanner?
Yeah. Where are you, son?
Yeah.
So they were very sweet, and they sounded so good. Their harmonies together. Woo.
Yeah, they were solid.
I was taken back from that, and then of course later on when Thomas brought them out, they look like they were in shock, but they still had a blast. Just like we're on stage with Thomas Rhett
on the big stage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the ultimate karaoke dream.
Yep.
But they're better than karaoke singers. Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Tucker Wetmore. I mean, what more can we say about the guy? There's a lot.
So much. He did. I almost felt like, I mean, of course it was Thomas's show, 100%. But I think even Thomas was really excited for Tucker knowing, I mean, this was his hometown show.
Yes.
You know, and I swear the entire city of Kalama was
all
there.
All 3,130 of them.
I feel like they were all there, though, giving support.
I loved all the T-shirts and sweatshirts. Yeah. There was the Mother Tuckers.
Yep.
There were Kalama Proud, Tucker's Homeboys.
They got real creative.
I mean, they really did. And hats off to you, Kalama. I have to even say, my mother-in-law lives in Kalama, and my aunt lives in Kalama.
Yeah.
So, we're always like, where are we going to run into Tucker one day? Will it be the Burger Bar? Will it be, at McMinimum's along the river? I did ask him. I'm like, so when you do come home, obviously you come home for a very quick minute. You don't get to stay for days anymore. Where's your favorite place? And he said, the Burger Bar.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I was like, all right, cool. Grab a milkshake, burger, and some fries. You're good to go. It was really cool, though, to see that whole transition of him from start.
Yeah.
We saw him, about 9 months ago when he came to the PNC Lounge.
Right.
When we had a chance to interview him for the very first time, we had talked about that as a small label, just finding this new kid, and he made it all the way. And now to look at him and where he's at,
I know.
I think the greatest moment for me, and I will attest it for my wife Kimmy too, is watching him cry when everybody was singing to him.
Yep. No, that was, and you could tell. I mean, he was just overcome with emotion. It was so genuine too.
Yes.
And the crowd just, I mean, they carried that song for him. It was.
Wine into Whiskey?
Nope, it was Wind Up Missing You.
Oh, Wind Up Missing You, yeah.
And the crowd just took over for him, and he was definitely overcome with emotion.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, my composure, like standing on the opera stage, and I did not want to cry, but I had a moment of weakness. I was like, oh my gosh, that's got to be so powerful when, as an artist, when you hear how you're touching lives by playing music and then they're singing it back to you.
Yeah.
But even as a hometown kid, it's even bigger, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just so proud of him. And honestly, it's a big testament to it's a small town or city, excuse me.
Yep.
We were just talking about that before the show.
Yeah.
It's a small city and look, big things can come out of it. So if you have those, chase your dreams.
Yeah, and I think the story behind him that was really cool for me was that he, was going to play football. He didn't really have intentions of going to the NFL. He just liked to play sports with his buddies. He was talking to us backstage saying the same thing. Yeah, he hangs out with his friends when he does come home. He gets a chance to see his best friend. I will tell you this is a very funny story. There was a teacher he was hoping that was in the crowd that basically told him the same thing the teacher that told Ashley McBryde, you're never going to amount to anything. So I don't know. I want to find out now from him if that teacher or somebody was there in the crowd that night, because that would be a full circle moment. Said, I told you.
Yeah.
Right?
100%. You definitely amounted to something.
It was really cool, though, because you brought the point up about Thomas saying, coming back to your hometown, it's got to be really cool. Apparently, from what I had heard, now I'm just guessing at numbers, they said the list was like 300 people.
Oh, I can imagine.
I don't know if that was the actual number, but it was like going to a wedding or something. Like, oh, I need this. I need my aunt, my grandparents, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, my football buddies.
Yeah. Oh, I can only imagine. Well, it's funny because usually supporting acts only get so many guests per show.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Thomas made an exception for him on this one.
And good on him because, and we're going to get into Thomas in that conversation because he is a completely changed individual.
Totally.
Oh, yeah. So, So back to Tucker Wetmore.
Yeah.
I just loved his performance. Did you recognize a lot of the Elvis in him?
Yeah, like in his movements.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
And
but the hip shaking.
Yep,
and
the finger pointing.
Exactly, the flick of the wrist.
Yeah. I kept saying to myself, my daughter Lexi was here, she'd be going crazy because she's an Elvis fan.
That's right.
But I just kept thinking to myself, he's got the Elvis moves, pointing left, pointing right, to the drum roll, to the guitar, to the bass.
Yeah.
It was boom, 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 boom.
Piano.
Yeah,
Or
piano.
keyboard, I should say, yeah.
It was so cool to watch him. And then, of course, I had so many ladies standing behind me. And when he took off his shirt, I thought I was going to get trampled on.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that was definitely a moment. I don't know if he does that. I'm assuming he does not do that all his shows, but
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, so
but Thomas,
everybody got a treat that.
Yeah, Thomas even was cracking up.
Yeah.
It was just hysterical. I was just in so much laughter. It was a great show, of course.
It was.
And then Thomas Rhett. I mean, what can we say about that guy? It's just class act.
Well, I was trying to, on the way over here, I was trying to remember when the last time I saw Thomas perform at a full show, and I think, and it could be wrong, I want to say it was back with Kenny.
Yes.
Back in 2018, 2019 on, I think it was like Trip Around the Sun tour or up in Seattle.
Okay.
So it's been a minute since I've seen
Thomas. I remember him being at the Oregon Jamboree.
And I did remember that. I just couldn't remember where that fell.
I don't remember either on those dates, but I do remember him from the very get-go when he first came out as, Drink a Beer with Jesus at the Yamhill County Fair. We had seen him, new kid on stage. Everybody knew him as Red Aiken's dad, or his Red Aiken's son. And I just thought, watching him grow over the years as an artist was...
He really has.
Oh, man. It's
I remember
insane.
seeing him. Actually, I think he played on Tuesday or Wednesday at Duke's.
Yeah. Yes.
And he was getting married that weekend.
To Lauren.
Yeah. So he's been around for, it's crazy because he's been around for so long, but yet I feel like he's so, I don't want to say new, but like he's still so fresh, and he's kind of changed. His set was very, I don't know how
it was like an R&B vibe for me.
Yeah, it definitely had that funky, R&B soulful vibe, but still very Thomas, very country.
Yeah.
Very cool.
The background singers I was impressed with.
They were amazing.
So good. But again, just talking to him, it was really cool because he has changed his vibe now as a dad. Like we saw him coming up as a new artist.
Exactly.
I'm a young guy. I'm going to party every night with my buddies and have a good time. Now he's a full-fledged dad, another baby on the way.
I know.
And
So
he's
exciting.
just changed his outlook. A couple songs that really touched me were, just him talking about life, and it goes by too fast, and how he wants to make a difference in people's lives. And I think he's doing that with the Costellos on tour with Dasha, and of course with Tucker, which was really cool to see. Backstage, though, he was just so humble. We got into a conversation about his favorite music. I think this will blow you away when I tell you what it is.
I don't know.
Yacht rock radio.
Really?
He loves yacht rock radio.
Now that you say, I can kind of picture that.
Yeah. And it brings a point to me because when we were talking about it, he's like, if you think about it, it's the true definition of music. Like they included the bass for certain songs.
Yeah.
The piano was very big with like Michael McDonald and then you announce all these other 70s bands, but he had it on a playlist on his phone.
How funny.
And he's like, remember this one? Remember this one?
Yeah.
And I was in hysterics laughing because we're like, oh yeah. And then we got like into a battle, like who sang it first, right?
Right.
So that was really cool to see. And then just like I said, just a really down to earth guy who was super caring and just wants to show his team like a great time.
Yeah.
But
100%.
background singers again, they were
they were incredible.
Yeah.
His whole band. I mean, the whole show really it was fantastic. I know he had a lot of fun and amazing moments all summer long. I mean, he played at Fenway with Teddy Swims. And so, I mean, he's had a great year.
We got some great photos for you, too. If you go check out our webpage at Country Music Rocks, Julia's husband, John, shot some photos for us of Tucker Wetmore and the Costellos and Thomas. And the photos are amazing. No one's going to be any better than ours. We like to brag just a little bit. But if you haven't seen them, go enjoy them because you're definitely going to love some of the photos. And my favorite one is Tucker opening out with that Kalama t-shirt, football jersey on, or baseball jersey.
I think it was baseball jersey.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, so you want to see some great shots, go check it out on our webpage at Country Music Rocks. Yeah, for sure. It's awesome. It was a great time.
It was fun.
Yeah, so that and then Saturday night was Megan Moroney. Who was another way to wrap up summer for vacations. I will be honest, I have not seen so many girls in one place at one time.
It's definitely a girls' night out show.
Oh,
for sure.
man, was it. I spent a little time at the Motor Center, and we were just talking to fans about their favorite songs and so on and so forth. And, of course, they were naming off songs that I haven't even heard of. I've just reintroduced myself to the album with her. But, man, it was unbelievable event. That Motor Center was probably, I think it might have registered an earthquake. There were so many people there. The ladies were just screaming. The outfits were on fire. Like,
a lot of blue, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. White boots, blue sequin dresses, little tank tops. She must have sold out of this one sweatshirt that everybody has. It was like a camo sweatshirt. And then it said blue Megan Moroney on it. It seemed like they were just handing them out free. Because every girl had one on. And I was like, wow, she's making some money tonight. So good for you, Megan. Congratulations. You did it.
For sure. Gotta love that concert merch.
Yeah. I didn't stay for the entire show, but what I can tell you is when I was walking around just the arena itself, just to shake hands and say hi to people and say thanks for coming out tonight. Met a lot of great fans, loving the podcast, hanging out. As I said, they listen to us on YouTube. They hear us on Spotify. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah, for sure.
And get recognized that way. But it was just something special about Megan that in another year, it will be like a Tucker Wetmore level for her. I really believe it will be. Because she's gaining fans super quick, especially after coming off a tour with Kenny Chesney. So, and we talked about that in our past episodes. And if you missed those, go check them out on YouTube. We got episode 1, 2, 3. And this is 4? Yeah, so we're moving along.
Moving right along,
So summer's done officially.
It is. Fall is definitely in the air.
Yes, it is.
But now it's time to start planning for 2026 concerts.
It is. And they've made...
But you got to plan ahead.
Well, in this situation, definitely, because there's a lot of shows that are lining up. We know of one of them already, Bailey Zimmerman.
Bailey Zimmerman. He announced his 2026 tour. Riley Green announced a 2026 tour. Chris Jansen just announced a 2026 tour. A lot of tours.
A lot of tours. And then don't forget, coming up in November, we have 2 more shows in the PNW, which is Eric Church at the Motor Center.
That's going to be a huge one.
We have Zach Top, which I might even believe that one's already sold out because it's at Matthew Knight Arena. And he's with Jake Worthington. But it's one of those shows, like, if you don't get your tickets now, forget about it. So you got to start planning for the future.
Stagecoach, they announced their lineup, which is, it's always incredible. I mean, it's the largest country music festival. 3-day event. Tickets go on sale this week on Thursday. So they are spendy, but
it's worth it.
You have more than 6 months till
to plan
the festival. So get them while you can, because don't pay a reseller. You know, if you can get them for face value, you're money ahead already.
Already. Let's go break down that list because
it's huge.
It's massive. And I'm shocked by a couple of the names that are on here. When I saw it, I was like,
so that is one thing pretty incredible about Stagecoach is they definitely mix it up. It's a country music festival. They have tons of country artists, but they mix it up a little bit.
I was bummed last year I didn't get to go see my guys Nickelback. I'm a huge fan of Nickelback. If you don't know, everyone says, oh, Nickelback. I'm a huge fan. I've seen them every time they come to town. So I missed them last year. But one band that stands out to me, Counting Crows, and Journey.
Yes, Journey.
Wow.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
But so let's the headliners.
Sure.
Cody Johnson.
Yeah.
Lainey Wilson.
Ooh.
And Post Malone.
Okay, that's going to be amazing. That's worth the money and the price of admission right there as well.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yep. So those are our 3 headliners. And then you have, like you were just saying, Journey,
Yep.
Counting Crows, Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yep.
We also have Bailey, Riley Green, Brooks and Dunn, Little Big Town.
Yeah.
Chase Rice, Ella Langley.
It's just going down the list.
It literally, there's so many.
Teddy Swims.
Yep.
That's worth the price of admission right there for me.
Yep.
Journey. And I love that. Here's another band that we haven't heard from in a while, the Wallflowers.
I know. I was trying to remember.
The song was called One Headlight.
That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. That's
I don't know
exactly
why
what it
I know
was.
that random song in my head, but I do, and it's so weird.
That's the one. Yeah.
It was and it was like a one-hit wonder for them that put them on the map, and there they are.
Well, they're still on the map somewhere because they're heading to Stagecoach.
Brett Young, Ty Myers, the Wallflowers, Max McNown, a Bend Boy.
Yes.
So local kids doing good there as well.
Yep.
Wyatt Flowers, Third Eye Blind, and Warren Ziders.
Yeah.
So for all you ladies that love Warren Ziders.
Yeah, and that list will grow. I mean, because they have, the Palomino stage where they always have some really cool acts.
Yep.
I think that's the stage that Ashton Kutcher likes to go over and check out a lot. So.
Yeah. Him and his wife, they just like to chill out.
They totally
They
do.
don't even try to hide the fact that they're celebrities. They love the country music as much as we
They
do, but
do, yeah.
just let them be out in peace. Let them have fun.
Exactly.
And wasn't it Coachella last year that Taylor and Travis went to?
Yes. Yep.
So they saw some
And they were
acts
right in
that
the
was-
crowd.
Yeah.
Which was shocking to
Just
me.
hanging out. I'm looking at Diplo, Pitbull, Ludacris, and the Compton Cowboys. That's going to be a stage that I definitely would love to see. I love Ludacris, and I love Pitbull.
Yes.
Because they just bring that disco, like that,
Yeah, it's
that
just a fun
vibe, it's a
vibe.
dance
Yeah.
vibe, and I love that. But yeah, this is something we need to work on to get to be a part of this year for sure.
I know. So it's been a few years since I've been. Have you been to Stagecoach?
I've never been.
Okay, so I've been twice.
Okay.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
It's an experience. It is. It's really cool. I mean, it is. It's past Palm Springs, just a little bit.
Yeah, Indio, California. Yep.
And it's at this iconic like polo field.
Yep.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool.
I've never been. We've always given away free tickets to the shows, and everybody that's ever gone has come back and said, "Thank you. That was an experience.
It's an experience.
I'll never
It
forget."
totally is.
And it
Yeah.
is. It's really, really cool.
And they always just bring in. I mean, you see the list. So many acts
Yeah.
and. They're big names. I mean, it's not like you just have your headliners and then a bunch of people like, okay, I'm getting to know
Right.
new music. I mean,
For sure.
a majority of the lineup.
And you might miss one act, but don't worry about it because there's going to be another.
so many.
For one you miss, there's going to be
Exactly.
5 more somewhere else.
It's almost hard to get them all. I mean, unless you're there literally from start, as soon as they start in the morning until the last
Yeah.
act of the night. I mean,
Yeah.
you're definitely putting in some hours at that point.
So
you're not sleeping.
No, that's for sure. We'll post the entire lineup on our webpage for you to
Yeah.
go see so you can get your chance to take a look at it. I highly recommend and suggest that the second you buy those tickets, the next thing you need to do is start to get online for an Airbnb or a hotel in the area because they will sell out so fast.
Yes,
if not
definitely.
already.
Exactly. I mean, now that the lineup is out and tickets, we know when tickets go on sale. I
Yeah.
mean, I would start looking now, but they
Yeah.
go on sale this week, so I would not want to miss out on that.
No, definitely, because it is going to be one of the shows that you're definitely going to want to be a part of. I also think about like Red Clay Stray is going to be there. Lots of new music. Ella Langley, she's
Yep.
got a lot of followers, so
does.
people are going to be wanting to see her. I want to go back for a minute though and talk about the whole concept of the Thomas Rhett Tucker Wetmore show. I was very impressed by not seeing anybody getting into fights.
No,
Nobody was like really over intoxicated, like passed out before the show
like a very
started.
wholesome show.
Yeah.
But in such a good way. I mean, it was just so good. But you're right. I mean, it wasn't like that chaos, like in the pit. The pit can get just so chaotic, and
Yes.
it's almost like it's hard to enjoy the show
Yes.
because you don't know what's happening behind you, or
Yeah.
you kind of hear the rumblings, or so it was kind of nice that didn't happen.
We witnessed that at Morgan Wallen when we were there.
Oh, my goodness,
that was
yes.
insane.
Yes.
The good news is like I don't know why this. We're gonna get deep into this one conversation another day, another time about throwing things on stage. It just annoys me like no tomorrow. Like why would you do that?
I know. I
Like-
hope that trend is done.
Yeah.
You know,
I hope
it
so.
It didn't happen the other night.
The worst
but
thing is a cowboy hat got thrown on stage.
Yes, that did happen.
But that's
yeah.
okay. That's okay.
But I mean, it's true though. I mean, I think the whole throwing things, it needs to come to a stop. I hope we leave that in 2025. We start 2026 new. Leave it in the past. But, I think people forget that, these artists, they're so focused on performing.
Yep.
So then when something does kind of go flying past them, they don't know what that is. I mean, they're vulnerable at that time.
Sure.
So we need to kind of take that into consideration. And I mean, at the end of the day, also, I mean, there's no need for it.
No.
And, and I also do understand, like you like with Kelsey Ballerini, I know it was a bracelet of some sort.
Sure. There she is texting us now.
Yeah. But it kind of scared her. It took her, I think it did actually hit her face or whatnot, but still, I mean, it did kind of scare her. Luke Bryan, I think it was a month ago or 2 months ago, he got hit. It was a beach ball.
Yep.
I had to do some digging into that because it was a lot of rumors saying it was a beer can, it was this, it was that, but it was actually... he went and confirmed it was a beach ball.
Yeah, and I will say, because I witnessed it firsthand, being on the stage at the Opry, it's dark.
Right.
Up above.
So
but those lights that are in your face, I could only see like the first 2 rows. So if somebody was to throw something from the right side of the stage or the left side of the stage, I never would have seen it.
Right.
And a lot of these artists are in a jam session.
They're in their zone.
Yeah. So if they're jamming on a guitar and their eyes are shut and somebody just throws a phone, again, we're going to get into this conversation down the road because it is something that needs to stop.
I hope it does.
Like,
and I feel like maybe it's on the downtrend because, like I said, I haven't seen or even heard about it as of late, but still, one time's too many.
Hopefully we're not bringing up anything to knock on wood, right?
I know, exactly. Yeah. No, I do hope it's coming to an end though.
Yeah, I hope so too. And back to Tucker, it was one of those moments like, if the artist wants to throw something out, like I know Thomas was changing hats.
Yes, which I thought was very cool.
Very fun.
I thought that was fun because I think somebody in the audience, they had a hat and they were trying to give it to him.
Yeah.
So he switched hats and then he ended up giving that hat away.
Yes.
And then I don't think he knew what to do with his hair because he didn't have a hat on. So he wanted the hat back, but he promised to give it back to them at the end. So,
yeah. So the rest of that tour, if you haven't seen it and you're going to have a chance to go see it, go do it because it's really incredible. Like we said, we talked about the music. We love the music and how much fun they have on stage. It was really cool. For Tucker, though, I don't know what plans of 26 for him now. It'll be interesting to see.
I'm sure there's something brewing. I'm sure we're going to hear something soon, probably in the coming weeks, because I think everybody's starting to announce their plans for early 2026.
Yeah, and this is the time of season where a lot of the artists, when they are home in Nashville, they're jumping in the studios when they can to start producing new albums for the new years. And they start recording typically in October, unless you're doing a Christmas album, which they usually do those like in July. And they're doing those things. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And the reason why a lot of these concerts we talked about is get your tickets now while you can is because when so many concerts are coming to town, like we see this year, you got Zach Top, Eric Church, Thomas Rhett, Tucker Wetmore. You had Laney, Old Dominion over in Bend.
I know.
You got a lot of places you got to be.
Yep.
You can't be at the same place every time.
You can't. No. And
so
it's a lot, and you don't. Sometimes it gets spendy.
It does, and that was one thing that I loved about Thomas. They kept those prices down a lot.
They really did. Yeah.
A lot of people spent their money this year waiting to see Morgan Wallen, which I think the cheapest ticket that we saw there this year was like $700 for the cheapest ticket that I saw.
So was that his prices or was that a resale ticket? Because I feel like
that's a good point.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's not the artist charging that much. I mean, granted that they do charge a premium. I mean, look how many semis they have. Look at all their bands and all the people they bring on the road with them. But I don't know. I just can't see that. I might be wrong. Maybe that's what the ticket prices are. But I feel like that's the resellers market.
It could be, but I also think, for instance, whoever put that show together, whether it be Live Nation or Ticketmaster or whatever, they're going to charge all those extra fees.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so they get their things.
Yeah, they're getting their cut for sure.
Yeah, because like parking was like $90 to park right next to the arena. Now in Seattle, it's such a big arena. There's plenty of space to park a couple blocks away and still walk up and enjoy the party that's going on there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's going to be another topic for anher conversation on the podcast to figure out how does that all work. I don't know. We'll have to find one of our friends.
I'm definitely curious, and hopefully somehow, some way, they can get a hold on the reseller market.
Yeah, I think so too.
So it gets, capped or even just, I don't know, just let's get back to face value.
Yeah.
Somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to a couple of our podcast friends, Raylyn Crabtree and Mike Baum and a few others, Kinsey Tremblay. They try to go to as many shows as they can. Brenda is another one. Roxanne Monson's another one. Thank you guys for always signing up, subscribing to the podcast. We
appreciate it.
love seeing you guys give us a thumbs up. We love talking about you as our fans. But I look at them and I realize how much money they spend on concert tickets.
Yeah.
You know, like Brenda, I think she said she's done 40 concerts this year.
Oh my goodness.
40.
That's more than me.
That's a lot.
That's a whole lot of concerts.
That's more than me too.
Yeah,
I know.
that's a lot of
It's crazy, but she does a lot of shows at our local clubs.
Yeah.
And she sees artists because she's a big fan, and then you spend money down at the Oregon Jamboree. You tie those artists all together,
right?
So it does add up.
Does.
Shout out to you guys for always paying those big ticket prices and your hard-earned money. We appreciate that, especially for the artists. They love it too as well. So it's really cool.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. I think this week's episode is really more or less about how much fun we had for the summer and what we're looking forward to 2026, especially with Stagecoach. Now you got me excited.
Stagecoach is going to be a good one, but you also heard about the other big concert that got announced. And it's during the same weekend.
Oh, yes. I did. It actually got announced on Saturday.
Yep.
And I was busy doing my show on some other stuff. And then I read about it later that afternoon. So I'll let you break the big news.
Yeah. So it is Luke Bryan and Jason Aldean. They're co-headlining Sanford Stadium at the University of Georgia, which I have no doubt this one's going to sell out. I mean,
college town with those two guys?
Yep. This is going to be huge. It's on April 25th. So again, if you're not going to Stagecoach, maybe you can head to Georgia.
If you want to go watch those dogs, that's it. It's an SEC thing.
Exactly.
And I'm a huge SEC fan.
You're a new SEC fan.
I am.
So
I've always been a Pac-10 fan. I have my local teams, but this would be one of those shows that you might have to go see. In fact, I did hear a statement say that Jason Aldean and Luke were the only two concerts that have ever been at Sanford Stadium.
Wow.
So no one else has ever performed there. So this is another history-making moment. Together,
it's going to be huge.
Wow.
I honestly can't imagine how huge.
I'll just warn you now, if you are a Tennessee or an Alabama fan, do not wear that jersey to that stadium.
Probably not that one.
Might just want to invest in a Georgia Bulldogs football uniform. It'd be way better off for sure.
I feel like they're going to have some really cool merch for the show.
Yeah, and we said that Lauren Elena and Zach Top are going to be a part of the show.
They are. Yeah.
So that's cool. As we know, Zach is going to be in Eugene coming up at the Matthew Knight Arena. So maybe we can get some insight from him.
Ooh, yeah.
And kind of what are your thoughts on this? You're going to be, here
I'm
you
sure
are.
He's excited.
Because he's a Northwest boy.
He is, another Washington boy.
Yeah, but now living in Tennessee, is he a Tennessee fan? Is he a Bulldog fan? You know, what is he like? What's his team? It'll be interesting.
Well, I'm sure that weekend he's a Bulldog.
I'm sure that weekend he's a Georgia Bulldog fan. Yeah,
for sure. But tickets go on sale for that show on Friday.
Okay.
October 3rd. So I have a feeling that one's going to sell out really quick.
Really quick. So again, wherever you want to spend your hard-earned money, whether you want to go to Stagecoach and hang in the desert for a little while, or if you want to go down to Georgia and pick those peaches and just have a good time with the boys, that would be fun.
Yeah, I think both are. I don't know. It's a tough choice.
Yeah, it's.
What would you choose?
Honestly, man, since Stagecoach is so close for me, I think I would probably go down to Georgia because I've never been there. It would be a bucket list thing to go see those two guys together because they are friends, and I've seen them together when they're together at Country Radio Seminar. There's a lot of trouble.
In their passion for I think it's going to be huge.
That would be mine for you. What would it be?
I think so too, just because whether this becomes an annual thing for them or not, it would be the first one.
Right.
And like I said, I just know their passion for their team is, I mean, it's big. It runs really deep.
Yeah.
So I think, like I said, I think it's just going to be huge. I think it's going to be remarkable for sure.
Good. I mean, good choice. I would definitely like to go to Stagecoach. Maybe it is not this year. Maybe it is going to see those guys instead. But if it doesn't work out, then we'll figure out something. But either one, whatever shows you want to go see, we'll put a list of all of the concerts that are coming up. We'll keep you updated all year long when we find them out for you. So just check out our podcast, our page. It's countrymusicrocks.com, and you can, get them all there.
Countrymusicrocks.net. Yep.
Yeah. We'll update you everything. Get you tickets. We'll even include the links and a whole bunch of stuff. So
no, for sure. We'll have like a little concert calendar we need a concert calendar to keep our dates all in line because it does. It gets kind of crazy.
It does actually. This was one of those
especially-
weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a little
for
out of
sure.
control. We're like, okay, I'll meet you here. I'll meet you there. And then we'll run over there and do this and this and this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
for sure.
no, I'm excited. I'm excited for the next year. I think there's going to be a lot of great concerts ahead. Like
Yep.
I said, a lot haven't even been announced yet.
Yeah,
So
get ready.
I'm excited to see what's ahead
Lots
on the
more.
schedule.
Lots more coming.
But hopefully they start announcing them soon so we can start figuring out which ones we want to get to.
What
and
month you want to take a vacation?
I know. I got to plan that PTO.
Yeah. If you
mean-
got a bunch of it, it's time to use it.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Don't lose it. Use it. That's for sure.
Yep.
Well, thanks for listening to us on the podcast. It's the Country Music Rocks podcast with Danny and Julia. And where can they find us?
Spotify, Apple, iHeart. We're now on Amazon Music.
Yes!
YouTube.
Yeah.
I think that's all of them. I
Click,
think.
like, subscribe, enjoy it, hang out with us because we want to announce you as a fan on the podcast as well. Thanks for hanging out on the Country Music Rocks podcast.